There are 3 used SUVs sitting on dealer lots right now that sales managers hate, accountants don't understand, and mechanics quietly buy for their own families. The first one on this list? People laugh at it. The last one? That one makes people mad when they realize how much money they wasted on the popular choice. And the one in the middle? That's the one nobody talks about for a very dumb reason. Welcome to Old Man Garage, where we don't care about badges, marketing, or what your neighbor Brad thinks looks cool. We care about cars that start every morning, don't destroy your bank account, and survive longer than most gym memberships. Let's get into it. Yeah, I know. You were expecting something German, something with fake vents and an identity crisis. Instead, you get a Mazda. And before you click away, hear me out. Because this thing is the automotive equivalent of that quiet coworker who never causes problems and somehow owns a paid-off house. The second-generation Mazda CX-5, specifically model years 2017 through 2021, is one of the most criminally underrated compact SUVs in America. Mechanics don't talk about it much because there's nothing to complain about. And in our world, that's suspicious. I've been around shops long enough to notice patterns. When a CX-5 rolls in, the techs don't fight over it. Nobody groans. Nobody says, "Oh, great, one of these again." It's usually oil change, brake pads, tires, maybe a battery. That's it. It's so boring it almost offends us. Under the hood, Mazda did something radical. They didn't overcomplicate it. The 2.5-liter Skyactiv G4 cylinder is naturally aspirated. No turbo screaming for attention. No CVT pretending it knows what gears are. Just a regular engine paired with a 6-speed automatic transmission that's been around long enough to earn trust issues with no one. This engine runs a 13-to-1 compression ratio, which sounds scary until you realize Mazda engineered it properly instead of chasing horsepower numbers for Instagram. Translation? Better fuel economy, cleaner combustion, and less stuff to break. Real-world MPG? Around 24 city, 30 highway. That's SUV mileage without hybrid headaches. Now let's talk money, because that's where this gets funny in a sad way. A 2018 Mazda CX-5, touring with about 70,000 miles, sells for around $15,000 to $18,000. Meanwhile, a Toyota RAV4 from the same year with similar miles? Easily $5,000 more. For what? So strangers can nod approvingly at the badge? Repair costs on these are almost insulting. Water pump replacement? Around $500 to $600 when it finally gives up somewhere north of 140,000 miles. Brake job? Cheap. Suspension components? Straightforward. No engine-out labor nightmares. No German engineering surprises that require a second mortgage. Things to check when buying one. Look at the infotainment control knob. If it feels like it survived a bar fight, the previous owner probably treated the rest of the car the same way. Take it on the highway and accelerate from 45 to 70. If you feel a shudder, motor mounts may be tired. Not a deal breaker, just negotiate. Check rear wheel arches for paint bubbling on early models. Mazda fixed it later, but it's worth a look. Who should buy this SUV? Someone who wants reliability without paying the Toyota tax. Someone who drives a lot and hates surprises. Someone who enjoys corners more than Costco parking lot flexing. Who should skip it? If you need maximum cargo space or want to impress people who think horsepower equals personality. And here's the thing. If this one already surprised you, the next SUV is going to make you question every smart used car decision you've ever made. Send this video to that friend who keeps saying Mazda is just a budget brand while driving a payment book with wheels. And drop a like so YouTube knows Old Man Garage still knows a thing or two. Now this is where people start squinting at the screen like I just insulted their favorite football team. A Kia? Really? Yes. Sit down. Breathe. We'll get through this together. The third-generation Kia Sorento, model years 2016 through 2020, is one of those vehicles that suffered from what I like to call brand PTSD. People still think it's 2005, gas is $2, and Kia is making cars out of recycled soda cans. Meanwhile, mechanics are quietly buying these things and not telling anyone. And no, I'm not talking about the 4-cylinder from the older years that made engine rebuilds trendy. We're talking specifically about the Sorento with the 3.3-liter V6, the Lambda engine. Naturally aspirated, no turbo, no drama, just 6 cylinders doing their job like adults. This V6 uses a timing chain designed to last the life of the engine. Not last until the warranty expires, but actually last. Paired with a traditional 8-speed automatic, Not a dual clutch, not a science experiment, a real torque converter transmission that shifts smooth and doesn't have an emotional breakdown in traffic. Real-world fuel economy, around 18 city, 25 highway. For a 3-row V6 SUV, that's solid. Nobody's hypermiling a Sorento, but it's not guzzling fuel like an old Tahoe either. Here's where it gets hilarious. A 2018 Kia Sorento SX V6 with around 60,000 miles, you can find them in the $13,000 to $16,000 range. Meanwhile, people are paying 18 to 20 grand for a used Ford Explorer with an EcoBoost engine that's just counting down to its first expensive personality change. I've personally seen Sorentos roll past 180,000 miles with nothing but oil changes, brake pads, and the occasional battery. When something does break, and yes, eventually everything breaks, repairs are refreshingly boring. Alternator? Accessible. Starter? No engine gymnastics. Timing chain? Rare, but under $1,000 if it ever happens. Try saying that about a German SUV without laughing. And then there's the warranty. Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty transfers to used owners depending on the original in-service date. That's not marketing fluff. That's Kia saying, yeah, we're confident enough to put it in writing. Things to check before buying one. Always confirm it's the V6. If the badge doesn't say V6, keep walking. Test the all-wheel drive system in a tight parking lot circle. Any binding or clunking means the previous owner thought maintenance was optional. Check the infotainment screen for delamination. Annoying, not catastrophic, about $350 to fix. And look at the third row. If it looks like a daycare survived a tornado, assume the rest of the car lived a hard life too. Who is this SUV perfect for? Families who need 3 rows without paying Highlander money. People who want power without turbo stress. Buyers who care more about long-term ownership than resale bragging rights. Who should skip it? If your ego can't handle the Kia badge, this car will emotionally damage you. And if resale value in 3 years is your main concern, you're shopping the wrong way anyway. And here's the wild part. If this Sorento already feels like a cheat code, the last SUV on this list is the one that makes people realize they've been ignoring the obvious for years. This is the SUV that people scroll past because they think it's boring. This is the SUV that gets called a soccer mom car by guys financing German nightmares at 7% interest. And this is the SUV that mechanics buy, drive to 300,000 miles, and then replace with another one. The third-generation Toyota Highlander, model years 2014 through 2019, is the most misunderstood used SUV in America. Not underrated, misunderstood. Because people think practicality is the same thing as being uncool. And that's how you end up broke with leather seats. Let's start with what actually matters. Under the hood is Toyota's legendary 3.5-liter V6 from the 2GR engine family. Same DNA as the Lexus RX 350. Same block, same philosophy, same just keep driving attitude. Naturally aspirated. Timing chain. No turbo, no nonsense. This engine doesn't ask questions. It just goes. Fuel economy, around 20 city, 27 highway. For a 3-row V6 SUV that weighs what it weighs, that's excellent. This thing will cruise at 80 miles per hour all day, quiet, smooth, and completely unbothered, like it's late for a dentist appointment and refuses to be stressed about it. Now let's talk about the part that hurts feelings. Price. A 2017 Highlander XLE with around 80,000 miles usually sells between $20,000 and $24,000. A Lexus RX with the same year and mileage, easily 7 to 8 grand more. And for what? Slightly nicer leather and a badge that says I overpaid but feel fancy. Compared to a 4Runner, even worse. A 4Runner from the same year costs more, drinks more fuel, rides rougher, and has less interior space. Amazing off-road, sure, but if your idea of adventure is Target and road trips, the Highlander is the smarter adult in the room. Repair costs are exactly what you'd expect from Toyota, boring in the best way. Full brake job? About $300. Transmission service? Under 200. Water pump if it ever fails around 170,000 miles, 6 to 700. These are real-world shop numbers, not dealership fantasy invoices. Things to check when buying one. Verified dashboard recall status on early models, especially in hot climates. Look at tire wear. Uneven wear means alignment neglect, not disaster. Test the infotainment screen for lag or dead spots. And here's the pro tip. Buy one from empty nesters or grandparents. A garage-kept Highlander owned by someone who thinks speed limits are suggestions from God is basically a new car with wrinkles. Who should buy this SUV? Anyone who wants Lexus reliability without Lexus pricing. Families who plan to keep a vehicle for 10 years. Highway commuters. People who care more about ownership cost than parking lot opinions. Who should skip it? If you need serious off-road capability, buy a 4Runner. If you want sporty handling, look elsewhere. And if you're under 30 and allergic to anything practical, this probably isn't your phase yet. But here's the truth. This is the best used SUV you can buy under $25,000. Period. 3 rows, V6, legendary reliability, and priced lower than it should be because people think sensible equals boring. So let's recap before you go make a smart decision and annoy a salesperson. The Mazda CX-5, quietly excellent, absurdly reliable, and punished by depreciation for no reason. The Kia Sorento V6, powerful, simple, and still paying for sins it committed 15 years ago. And the Toyota Highlander, the final boss of long-term ownership, ignored because it doesn't shout for attention. These are the SUVs the market forgot, but mechanics didn't. If this helped you, send this video to the friend who keeps shopping German SUVs because the payment isn't that bad. Hit like so YouTube knows Old Man Garage is still alive. Subscribe if you want car advice without marketing fluff, badge worship, or nonsense. Take care of your car, and it'll take care of you. This is Old Man Garage. I'll see you in the next one.